All right, so I'm jumping in the car to do a showing, and why this is so important while we listen to Morgan Wallen, turn that down, uh, is that I did a post the other day about how I punish myself when I can't get a property gone. I go on the Facebook Marketplace and I rip it. And for all the people that think they're too good for that and don't have time, I will say I have gotten 2 different parties in the last 48 hours to apply, and they are above 700 credit and are current students and future students of LMU's medical department. I don't know. I'm a property manager. I don't do that stuff. I don't know what it's called. Basically, smart people, good credit, good income, want to sign 2-year lease, optimally who you want in your rental. And we got them on Facebook, which is crazy. So I'm driving out to the property and showing them because I did a virtual showing for them yesterday. But man, I don't like signing a lease until someone sees it in person because people move in, they're pissed off. The yard wasn't what they thought. The bedroom wasn't as big as they thought it looked on my camera on the phone, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going right back out there the next day for this showing and trying to get a lease signed later today. And even more interesting, I put $50 on the Facebook Marketplace post just to like boost it. So I was probably getting, as you know, as a landlord, like 20 messages an hour about this property, which is, if you get 20 messages on Zillow in a week, you're probably doing pretty well and doing a couple showings and getting a property gone. So, Facebook is where it's at, and I really recommend you trying it out for yourself and your own properties. It's just, you got to know how to convert people. You got to know when you're wasting your time in a conversation, how to vet people without being rude and turning them away. Reach out for a little bit about those types of, ways to word a question. So that way you're being compliant and you're, selling people and getting them to the next step. You're always trying to get people to go to the viewing, then get to the application and then sign a lease and then submit the money. And if you can't get all 3 or 4 of those steps done, then you're wasting your time as the landlord or showing agent or property manager. So this is this week's video. I'm going to show up to the house. I'll show it. If I can get the applicants willing to be on camera, we'll talk to them and we'll ask their opinions on everything. Otherwise, we'll keep them off camera and we will get to the next scene. I'm probably going to be working in the leasing department all day today with my team because we are working on, those conversion conversations and how to get more people ready to go. One quick tip that I always use to get someone to the next step is I end the sentence out of the whole paragraph with, if I don't hear from you in the next blank time frame, I assume you are no longer interested. And it gives somebody a timeline of when to get back to you without being aggressive, and it makes them feel like they owe you a response. So you get a lot more no's and yeses quicker because that's the whole game. You're not trying to sell someone the wrong house to the wrong tenant. You're trying to find the right person with the right needs for the right property, and that's location, size, and price primarily. And to do that, you got to get through the no's quicker to find the yeses. And so if we can prompt people to just tell us they're not interested, we can move on. But until we don't know they're interested, we have to keep nurturing that lead. And that is what brings you a good leasing department. So we'll see you at the property. So we are at the house. a 2-car garage down here. It's like the whole square footage of the house. So we are awkwardly in the house, and this is our normal people that came from Facebook that agree to be on camera. And what are you doing down here in Knoxville, moving here for?
I'm moving here for medical school, going to LNU Gitcom for the next couple years.
So, and then if you have anything to say, it's all good.
I'm going here build houses.
So building houses and medical schools. So basically, I spent $50 on the Facebook ad. Even choosing to be on Facebook Marketplace is sometimes scary as a landlord, but you can find well qualified people. They've already qualified. As of now, they want to sign a lease. If they don't, it's fine. But the proof is in the pudding that we can show properties and do it with people that make sense, because a lot of times people avoid the Facebook Marketplace because they think they're going to waste their time with low credit, low income, or high criminal record type people, and that's just not the case. So we will see you back at the office and talk to you soon. All right, we're back in the office. I just wanted to make sure we did this video because I get doubtful sometimes with Facebook Marketplace as well. And I have realized that if you can spend $25 to fix a major problem in your business, like having a vacancy for too long, I'm gonna spend that $25 every single day in time. So Facebook allows you to bunk that post and boost it for a couple days. And so that's what we did for the 1940 Old Callahan Drive. And it actually found us two different parties. They were both students going to LMU for the next couple of years. And so not only did we get a great tenant, but we also got a great lease length, which is 2 years. So we will not have a turnover. We will not have a vacancy for 2 years. And then additionally, the fact that the house is just over 1,000 square feet. I'm just going to double confirm the square feet, and I will show you what we got dollar per square feet for rent. So it's 1940 Old Callahan. And so this house is 1,089 square feet. And we got it rented for $1,875 a month for 2 years. So we got it rented for $1.72 a square foot, which $1.65 on most assets is par. So we beat par for the course and got this one done. So we're about to sign a lease. I'm going to do some interviews later today. We are also working on our maintenance department and bringing a lot more of that in-house for coordination. And then later on today, we're going to do some meetings with the leasing team just to make sure we're optimizing our conversions on leads, applicants, and showings. So thanks for watching this week's video. Subscribe below. I do videos weekly on property management. I'm a local property manager in Knoxville. We are up to 220 units. So our team is about staffed and filled to the max because we are going to manage 250. And then I'm going to build the second team to help handle the additional 250 for the goal of 500 units total. And honestly, like if you're still watching this, I don't think I'm going to go past 500. I'm probably going to go past 500 for current landlords that grow their portfolio. But I don't think property management companies can provide any more resources or level of detail or value to a customer when they grow past that 500 unit mark and continually take on more landlords. I think it's easy to say that the more money you make, the more services you can provide, but I think there's a sweet spot where if you're trying to do one single location for a city and manage those properties properly, 500 units allows your business to bring in enough revenue to give every bit of resources per property, but be small enough to still have the accuracy and detail per unit. Because once you get up to like 2,000 units, 3,000 units like there are competitors in the area that have that amount under their portfolio managed. There's just not enough team members per property, although you'd think it would just keep scaling and scaling. You lose as the owner control, because then now you have to hire in mid-level management and be good at running those leaders to then run the team members below them. And I think in the property management world, at least, my greatest talent is being a daily operator, chief operating officer of the business, making sure I'm checking in leasing department, checking in maintenance department, going to the billing department, making sure our processes are good and smooth. And as the business owner, I obviously have the most amount of desire to make sure that that's actually working. Now, 500 units also allows me to still give the custom, niche experience for every customer. So this house, 1940 old Callahan, I went and showed it myself. Now, if I'm at 2,000 units, I couldn't do that for every single property. Not that I do that now for the 220, but I can come in and rescue that house and spend time with the owner over the phone and build that relationship. So my goal would be for it to be under 50 landlords, because that's 50 relationships I can have strong ties to. And those people might want to lend money, as I may find off-market multifamily deals in the future, going back to my wholesaling days. And we could do syndications together potentially as I get back in that world. Or simply they want to sell, they know that I'm good for it, and I could come in as the buyer through their own properties. So a lot of opportunities with those relationships, and I think that it would only be ego for me to try to grow past 500, because my income at that point will be strong enough for me to pursue my goal of, I'd like to have 50 units, whether that's 50 single families or just 5-10 unit apartment complexes. I'd like to have those purchased in the next 20 years, because that would all be done before I'm 51, and would be more than happy with that amount of assets underneath my name with the 500 I manage in the future. So that's just a little bit about how I see property management and my goals and vision, and hopefully my top skill set / talent is operating the company. And I don't really want to bring in mid-level management and build out multiple cities. I think I want to do Knoxville right, have a boutique property management company that honestly specializes in C-class assets that are loud, based on maintenance and tenants not paying on time and all the things that those landlords deal with before they come to us. And then we can actually take over that service and try to improve that experience and make it completely passive. So stick around next week. I'm not sure what we're doing videos on, and we will see you then. Rent is due. It's actually quite literally the 5th of the month. So tomorrow it's late. So you owe me a late fee if you don't pay rent. See you later.